Hey everyone, good afternoon or good morning, depending where in the world you're logging in from. This is Rachel Jensen here, Vice President of Sales and Marketing with ECI Development, and I'm really excited to have you online for this month's session of Global Affiliate Program updates. So to get started, I would like to just quickly introduce myself. As I mentioned, Vice President of Sales and Marketing for ECI Development. I've been with the organization for about 7 years and have helped to craft this global affiliate program that you are all a part of today. Really excited to have you on board. I hope many of you have been using the tools and the resources that have been generated for you specifically, and we look forward to helping you become a successful affiliate with us. Also on this session today, I have a couple of my colleagues, I think a couple of them who you've chatted with beforehand. And let me see if I can get that screen. One is Fredman Valenzuela. Fredman is our Director of Marketing and IT for the Global Affiliate Program. He's done quite a bit of work with really structuring this program and getting the marketing and IT background of everything sorted and perfect for you. So Fredman is the go-to guy for when we need to create new content. He's the one putting together landing pages and making sure that everything is perfectly optimized to capture as many folks as possible. Lastly, we also have Austin Walker on the line with us. Austin Walker is the coordinator of the Global Affiliate Program. And some of you may know this, but Austin will be transitioning out of the Global Affiliate Program and into sales. And in his place is going to be Ali Rodriguez. Ali is on the line with us today. She'll be your contact person going forward. Don't have to change email addresses. That one will, the one that you're contacting Austin through will stay the same, but we'll make sure that you get more of a formal introduction. But this is Ali's, what is it, your second day? I think it's about her second day here, day and a half with us. So she's getting caught up on everything that's needed. Now, before we really jump into the content here, why don't we type into the question section of the control panel where it is that you're calling in from. Find that question section, and this will also be the section that you use as you have any questions throughout the presentation. We will answer all questions at the end, but as you have anything that pops up during the presentation, just type it into the question section there. All right, so let us know where it is you're calling in from. We have Houston, we have Fort Collins, we have someone in Illinois, Miami, Chicago, San Francisco area, New York, Panama. My gosh, a lot of folks on here from a lot of the North American part of the world, Arizona. Good to see that there's quite a bit of variety here. I think many of you all cover different regions of, let's say, North America in this case specifically, maybe Central America for Panama, which makes it really unique. It gives you that unique opportunity to be the global expert for your clients. So happy to have you all online with us today. All right, so we're going to flip over to the next slide here and go through what the opportunities look like. The first point of business is going to be what this month's campaign is. It's going to be focused on tiny homes. You may have heard about some of the opportunities we're going to be launching specifically within ECI. Tiny homes is a huge market right now and has been for the past few years as this trend of living simply continues to grow. In addition to that, we're going to have Fredman presenting that specific marketing for the tiny homes. We're going to look at places your clients are already looking and then go through program updates and what's happening. Lastly, there you'll see that we have a couple of opportunities to meet us in person. We'll go through those. And then what we'll do, if you have a couple extra minutes to stay online with us, is a couple of business sessions, or bonus sessions rather. Business, bonus, same thing. One of them is going to be coffee time with Fredman. This is when we really dig into specific marketing tactics. And Fredman at this point is going to talk about some of the ECI content and articles that are available and maybe noteworthy for you to use in your marketing. In addition to that, I do have ECI property updates available to you. I know some of you have had the chance to visit us in person. Others are just learning about us. So I'm going to go through what some of those property updates look like. All right, so let's get started here. This is always an important part of your business to remember. We do like to start with this slide initially because you are the influencer for your people, for your clients, for the folks that follow you. And you taking this international step forward really starts to brand you as the international guru, the international expert. One of the main reasons why we started this global affiliate program was for the simple fact that a lot of A lot of folks were bypassing their local real estate agent when they were looking at property overseas, and they wouldn't necessarily know where to go. They'd go online, Google, look up different countries, and then contact different random developers or folks online, but never really had that opportunity to talk to somebody that they trusted, somebody like you that they've done business with, that they've transacted with, and have that trust with. Now, as we provide information to you and content to you, we're helping you become branded as that global expert. Some of you may already have your CIPS license. Some of you may be going through that now. Some may be looking at real estate as a second home license, or real estate as a vacation home license. Whatever it is that you're looking at, having these sort of opportunities and tools through the affiliate program will help you become that person that they can turn to, which ultimately loops you into the equation and make sure that you, number one, first and foremost, help your clients, and number two, get that referral fee. Now, depending on what you need, we have a lot of resources for you. We had a call this morning. I don't know if BB's on the line with us. And then another call this morning with Carla from San Francisco, and really helped us to understand what their clients were looking for. So if we have content that perhaps doesn't work exactly well for your clients, we can curate something that will better target them. You just let us know what you're looking for and what sort of platform and mode of marketing you use, and we can craft something specifically for you. You just let us know what that looks like. Otherwise, we'll provide you with the general tools that we've used in the past. Now, with that, I'm going to bring Fredman Valenzuela online. Fredman is going to talk to us about the campaign this month and also talk to you about what that looks like. But first, before we do that, I'm going to put a poll up on the screen here, and I'm going to give you just a couple of seconds to answer it, but it should have popped up on your screen. How do you primarily communicate with your clients? Is it through social media, newsletters and emails, website, or other? And I'll give everybody a few minutes, or a few seconds rather, to answer. Looks like we still have a couple folks lingering to get that answer in. All right, so 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to close the poll, and I'm going to show you what the results look like, because this is interesting. So we have 33% of the people who are on the call with us said that they primarily communicate with their clients through social media. I'm going to guess it's either LinkedIn or Facebook or Instagram. Now, the other 67% of people use newsletters and emails. And so that's great. We found that to be one of the most comprehensive and successful modes of communication if you're looking to accomplish a goal, if you're looking for a call to action to be answered. Now, the reason I ask this is because the answer to this poll is going to change a little bit how we explain what the marketing looks like for the tiny homes, because there are many variables to it of how we want to produce it. So Fredman, why don't you get started and talk a little bit about what the campaign looks like, and we'll continue on from there, and how people can use these different aspects of the campaign based on how they market.
Thank you so much, Rachel, and thank you folks for being in this webinar with us. This is the August webinar campaign. Thanks to everyone that cooperated with this poll. And actually, I am thrilled to see these results because I can see from this that a lot of you are paying more interest to use email marketing campaigns, and that's really great, not just in specific to the industry of real estate, but also for any business communication or formal communication that you might want to have with your prospects and clients. All right, with that said, a few minutes ago, you have received this new campaign. It's about the affordable luxury tiny eco smart homes available internationally, specific the offer from ECI about in Argentina and Belize. What you have just received is this small content, very brief content of promo about this campaign. You receive an actually easy to use plug and play HTML code like you are looking in the right of your screen. All you need to do is to copy that HTML code in a new, could be a blog, in a new website section that you create, and just plug in, save it, and go to the preview, and actually the promo will look in your website just like you are looking in the left of your screen. So actually really easy to use, all the pictures in place, And this is the most important thing. At the bottom, you will see two call to actions. One is to request more information about the Argentina property and the Belize property specific to the tiny eco homes available from ECI. That said, this will be like the first piece of whether an email marketing campaign that you want to launch or the social media campaign. You need to have first a landing page. We would like to have you this landing page in your own website because we want also to start improving and putting value content in your own website. So not just because SEO and other weird technical characters out there, but also to start populating your website of highly relevant and value content for your readers and followers. So once you have this landing page plugged in, and by the way, if you don't want to do this step, you are more than welcome to let us know, and we will have this landing page specific for you in our own end. So you, instead of having to do this step, you will receive only a tracking link that you can use in your email campaign or in your social media campaign. Okay, this is the landing page. Really easy to use. I promise it will take less than a minute to push it to your website. And then once we have this content in place, we need to find a way to put it in front of your contacts and followers. So in that case, as many of you voted, let me see if I have mouse control. Yeah, there it is. You will be receiving today an email marketing campaign. It's related to this landing page that you just saw. We could do two ways. Put the whole content of the landing page if you don't want to have the landing page and just taking them directly to the call to actions and get more information about the two countries offer, or to have even more brief and impacting email content. So you will be getting this email marketing piece. I recommend that even though if you receive it today, the best time this week will be 10:30 a.m. Eastern time on Thursday to launch an email campaign. We have the metrics that tell us that that will be the best time this week to push email marketing campaigns out there. So two things. So you will receive the content for the landing page and the email marketing so far. And for all those folks that love the also we can have web banners for you. So if you have any other articles out there, if you are putting together a newsletter, we can bring the web banners to you, so you can have that also inside, whether newsletters or other articles, or even though in your right column in your website. So really easy to use, just to plug and play. You will receive the whole package. You decide what to do, and if you have any question, we are more than welcome to answer to you, or if you want to be in a call, that would be even more great. And here the social media campaign. This is really easy thing. Actually, it's one step. All you need to do is you will receive this in an email. You will receive the suggested text piece of the social media campaign right there in yellow. All you need to do is to highlight the yellow text, go to your publishing box in any social media you want, pretty much all of them. In this example, I am using Facebook. You just need to paste that text over there and give Facebook a couple of seconds. It will auto load the link, the title, and the picture. And that's pretty much all that you need to do. Once you see this, once the picture loads, only you need to click post. This works the same for LinkedIn. For Twitter, you just need to do one more step. It's just to add the banner or the picture that you are looking at here to the text part, because Twitter doesn't work in automatic way to pull the image. That's pretty much all you need to do. And this is how your social media posts will look in the main outlets out there. And the first one is Facebook, the second one is LinkedIn, and the third is Twitter. I want to add one more thing. You remember that we told you that we want you to host in your website the landing page of this promo. So there will be one small change if you are willing to do that. And if you can see in the yellow text, there is a link, a tracking link to your own landing page after saying discover your options now. If you host the landing page of the promo in your website, which is what we want you to do, all you need to do is to replace this link with the link to the landing page in your website that you will create in the first step. That's all. It's pretty much easy, pretty much straightforward, and we would love to see that content in your website. But otherwise, we will be more than happy to host the landing page for you if you please. That said, I'll leave you with Austin to talk a little bit more about the different options of ECI, and then we will have Rachel with an update of the different products and properties from ECI around and the updates of them. Thank you, guys.
Well, thank you very much, Fredman. I'm glad to see everybody joining on this webinar today. These are our banners for the multiple locations that we are in Latin America with ECI development. The Marriott Residences is our new luxury product coming here on Ambergris Key. It is a hard branded Marriott product that is really going to bring a lot to this island and country in terms of employment, helping the local economy and what have you. It is a really unique product. We have Grand Bayman as well here. It is an existing community, apartment style community that we've had since about 2008 that we've been slowly developing and adding on to. That is a fantastic option for your clients as well here in Belize. We have acquired land in Costa Rica that we plan to develop down the road, Grand Caribbean. And then, of course, our newest acquisition, actually, Grand Vineyard Estates in Argentina, where we will be offering tiny homes, as you saw, as well as estate lots on an already producing mature vineyard, multiple vineyards, actually. So it's a really, really unique product for people not really wanting to break their bank in acquiring a vineyard property. I mean, as you know, spots in Napa Valley and other parts of the world can be the price tag can be very high for a vineyard estate. So we know we found this great opportunity in Argentina, and having been to that region personally in Mendoza, the Uco Valley down there, it is absolutely gorgeous, and the wine speaks for itself with all the awards that it's been generating. In addition to that, we do have Los Islotes in Panama, a collaborative effort with our friends in Live and Invest Overseas. It is a fabulous property as well. And then, of course, Grand Pacifica in Nicaragua, which is our first big project that we started back in the early 2000s and is slowly developing as well. A bunch of different communities involved, from tiny homes to beachfront lots to condominiums. So it really just kind of depends, as well as an existing golf course, surfing, some of the best surfing on that Pacific part of Central America. So it really is a unique landscape. And a really, really affordable price tag for pretty much any project there. So if you know anybody interested in Nicaragua, Grand Pacifica is a great option for your clients. And you know, this is something that ECI development really prides itself on, is really having a product for every type of consumer, and not just being set in one country. I mean, we want to showcase all of what Latin America has to offer. And we feel that you know, these projects are really doing a great representation of that, and you know, we're just excited to, you know, keep moving along. But we are in 5 different countries here in Latin America, and you know, just really excited about what the future is bringing. Perfect. And with that, I'll move in to our affiliate awards. For those that this might be your first webinar, we do offer extra incentives as opposed to just the marketing collateral and the leads bring your lead generation with the program. We do offer some affiliate monthly awards, and then we have the top producer of the year. So for agent of the month, it is just our agent that produces the highest number of leads, and they win a 2-night stay at Grand Bayman here in Belize on Ambergris Key, or in Grand Pacifica in Nicaragua. There is a requirement. You just have to use all the campaigns that we provide to you. So, you know, this is another incentive. Make sure you're using the collateral we send. And then for the top producer of the year, That is our affiliate that produces the highest sales revenue for the year. And in addition to the 2-night stay at either Grand Bayman or Grand Pacifica, you get your airfare taken care of. So, and that's for two. So you can bring along a friend, family member, spouse, you name it. So these are some really good incentives that we really love to award for our, our affiliates going above and beyond, and really taking advantage of what the program has to offer, and being a good liaison for their clients and giving them really good opportunities to get involved in real estate overseas. And so with that, I'll go into our winner. Our affiliate of the month is Miss Josephine Barnes, who, in addition to generating a lot of leads this month, got creative and actually went ahead and created her own piece of marketing. She decided to essentially set up a signature banner that she has in her email that you can see on the bottom left here. We now have this banner available, I believe, Fredman, I think it's on the next, so I'll get into a little bit more of it. But essentially, it's a great marketing tool to use in your email signature. That way, everybody that's receiving information from you can see this really cool opportunity. It really promotes the Global Property Resource Kit, which is a great first identifying tool for your clients to read through, to really kind of gauge their interest in maybe what country they're more specifically interested in, what kind of landscape they're looking for, what kind of legal system they're wanting to be involved in, and maybe the different kind of cultures that each country provides in Latin America, because they all are so different. So this is a really cool tool that she went out of her way to create, and it definitely has been producing well for her. And so for that, we did allow her to become the affiliate of the month. So congrats to Josephine. Here's just another example of that banner, and that's the landing page that it goes to once you click on it. We went ahead and added the call to action, the click to download in it. So if you do want this signature banner, or even, it doesn't even necessarily have to be this, if there's a property specific signature banner that you would want to add maybe in your email, or even on your website, or whatever you think is going to draw the most attention to it, then we can do that. This is just a really good example of an affiliate just getting creative, and we really wanted to share to you what she did and how it's been working for her. But yeah, this is a good example of just how it looks, the landing page it goes to, and like I said, we can do this for any property we have. So if you want a Marriott banner, we can do that. If you want a Grand Pacifica banner, a tiny homes in Argentina, I mean, you name it, we can get it done. And we really think this is a great tool to help you register some leads. And with that, we do have another trade mission coming November 22nd to the 25th. We just had our latest trade mission a few weeks ago. It was an amazing experience. Everybody involved had a really good time. We had a mix of affiliates and then we had a mix of potential clients, and it was a really good dynamic. All came down and experienced the island together, and really discovered what Ambergris Key has to offer. Tasted some of the best cuisine the island has to offer, as well as doing an amazing snorkeling trip and private boat ride, a private sandbar to have lunch and hang out at Secret Beach, and to really get one-on-one access with us. I mean, you get to meet Rachel in person. You get to meet our Key Bank and Georgetown Trust officials that can help answer any questions about securing loans for your clients. I mean, that's always a really big question when people come down here, and just to learn the speed of the island and see how friendly the people are, how beautiful it is, and see how much it's growing. Because once you really see the growth that's coming, you definitely get inspired and want to get involved as much as you can. So I highly recommend you bring you and your potential clients, or maybe more of your realtor, real estate official friends. I mean, people in associations, anybody you think that would benefit from really engaging in Belize's lifestyle for a few for 4 days with us down here. It is a really good time, and I hope to see everybody on here down if possible. And with that, I think I'm gonna have Fredman come on and give you some marketing prowess, and so you go ahead, Fredman, you're up.
All right, thank you, Austin. Yep, I heard that the last trade mission was really amazing, and it's not just about learning and identifying many opportunities that we have in Belize for you. But as well, there's a lot of fun. These guys do snorkeling trips to places really nice like Secret Beach. It's not so secret anymore, but it's a really nice place. It reminds me like a place in Bora Bora, really turquoise water, no tides, really gorgeous place. Okay, moving up a little bit. This time I want to bring to you, let me see if I have mouse control. Yeah, looks like it's coming. Yeah, there it is. We have some cases of studies. I want to focus this time in the content that we have available for you. We have some good articles that will really help your clients and followers and contact to identify what is their specific need or desire when they are thinking not just in a specific property, but actually in a specific geographic place in the world where they can spend vacation or retirement or actually move there to live. So we have some great of them. I want to highlight a couple of these ones. We call it this the FOMO, fear of missing out. This is an article that is actually a tool that helps your followers and clients to understand the value and opportunity in owning real estate overseas right now, and also speaks in a way of they have the opportunity like traveling in a time machine to the past, and it shows like Costa Rica has been like the coast of California 25 years ago. The Pacific of Nicaragua has been like same as California coast, let's say 30 years ago. What else? Belize could be Florida like 40 years ago. So you have the opportunity actually to ride this time machine and make the investment of your life in a gorgeous place and with a highly appreciation in properties. That's the fear of missing out article. We have this article already plug and play for you. This is a great added value of information for your readers, for your visitors to your website, and through social media and email campaign, but also it's a great tool for you because all these articles are tied to call to actions to further information offer that your visitors can request right there. And by doing that, they get registered under your name in the lead log system of ECI. So you actually will be generating leads for your own list and potential clients. The other article that I want to share with you is the 15 critical most asked questions when buying properties overseas. This is again a great piece of information for your folks that are start thinking to move offshore, whether to have a part-time of their life outside of the US and Canada, or maybe having just short vacations, but owning a property, or actually thinking to retire. These are very important questions because most of them, your people, your followers, your contacts, they don't even know what to ask, or if they need to ask those questions, like is the property plumbed with hot water? Things that you give already for a fact in the US might not be the same in some countries of Latin America, for example. So this article is great to educate them and provide this really great tool of information and to make a great decision before moving overseas. And the other one is a really important, maybe I think it's the most important thing when you're considering to move any other place. And doesn't feel that way until you are in a place that you are not feeling comfortable. The climate. I think it should be the top three things people should think before considering any country. And we have a great article that brings like a guide on how you should consider the climate in different regions of Latin America or offshore before you think on moving or making a decision to buy a property. We will send an email to you offering again these tools. There is another great article that we have in place. Some of you like Sophia have been using it. This is the quiz, am I ready to move offshore? And this is another nice article tied to a quiz that will help your clients to think like, am I actually ready? And I have anything that I need before moving offshore? This will really be helpful. Now that and these three articles, we will send to you an email just to remind that this is available, and we hope you start using it. We can attach to this article social media campaigns and email marketing campaigns for you, just the same way as ECI used to do stuff. Just plug and play for you, a couple of seconds, and will take a life to run these campaigns really, really fast. With that, I think that the next thing is Rachel with the ECI properties update.
Alrighty, perfect. Thank you, Fredman. So let's jump right into it. And went a little too far there. All right, so for those of you who have been to our Belize property before, you know that we have quite a few here on Ambergris Caye. One of our big projects is the Belize Marriott Residences and Resort, and currently on site of the Belize Marriott Residences and Resort is Exotic Caye Beach Resort. It's an older hotel that we picked up in 1998. At that point, it was about 20 years old as well, so it was old and definitely needed to be replaced. So we've started to deconstruct Exotic Caye Beach Resort from our session last month. You may remember pictures that we took of when we took the pool down and the yoga studio and restaurant. And now we've been in the process of deconstructing the thatched roof cabanas and using the pieces. So it's been a slower process than taking a wrecking ball to it for sure. But as you can see on the picture on the left-hand side, people are manually taking down the pieces because a lot of what's there is still usable. So pieces are being donated to the local community here, any pieces that are usable. We did also do a big donation down to one of the Mayan ruin sites here on Ambergris Caye. So a lot of the materials are still usable and are being put to good use. So that's a picture from the check-in, of the old check-in, and then right now they're taking down one of the cabins, number 6, and then are continuing from there. In the next few weeks, we are looking at starting the pier to relocate Crazy Canucks. I think for those of you who have been here, you are familiar with Crazy Canucks. It's one of the most popular beach bars on the island, has been around for decades, and we are relocating them out to pier, half over the water, half over land, while we are in construction phase of the Belize Marriott Residences and Resort, which is what you see some renderings and pictures of. Now, I know a handful of you have listings of this property and you've requested renderings that you may see here on the left-hand side. These aren't yet the finals, so I hesitate in giving them to you yet, but as soon as we have the finals, we will make sure those are in your hands so you're able to get those onto your MLS. For those of you who do not have any of our properties on your MLS but would like to get a listing, just talk to Austin and Ali, and what they'll be able to do is really help you understand which of our properties might make the most sense for your demographic of clients. Not everybody has the demographic of clients who are looking for a $400,000 beachfront property on the Caribbean. Some are looking for alternatives, maybe starting at $99,000. Maybe some are looking for a vineyard property. Whatever that case may be, just make sure you have that conversation with Ali and Austin, and we'll be able to get you that listing information. In addition to that, we picked up a handful of units in this property called La Hacienda, which is about half a mile south of where our Belize Marriott Residence and Resort property is. And these are already built units, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, constructed in 2010. And we purchased a majority of the units in this building, reinstated the HOA, and are in the process of beautifying the property. So we, as you can see in the bottom left picture, the pool, which was not active at this point, we're fixing it up. As you can see, this picture is from this morning. The guys are in there painting it. We'll be getting water in there shortly. In addition to that, painting the building and putting new railings up and really creating this beautiful building. It's a great structure and has a lot of opportunity. And I think for realtors, a lot of you can put those glasses on and see what a structure could look like after a little bit of TLC. And that's what's going on with this building now. But they're great, I think a great value, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, 866 square feet. And all of the units face the canal. So as you can see in the bottom picture, and then also on the right-hand side, all of the balconies do overlook to the water here. And then also, I'm going to just bring the pen up. Hopefully this works. But yes, here we go. But on this side over here, as you look more towards the west, this is where you'll see the lagoon and also have sunset views. So it's an incredible space, and truly for the prices of real estate on Ambergris, I personally think it's a great value, about $179,000. Let's round up to 180 for the 2-bed, 2-bath. And then after the TLC is done, it's going to jump in price to $10,000, $20,000. So if you have clients who are looking for a 2-bed, 2-bath with a water view, this is a huge opportunity and one that I would recommend you share with your clients. In addition to that, we have really good financing available. Financing in this part of the world is often a struggle for North Americans who are used to the 20% down, 80% financing. I know interest rates were just lowered, so they may not be used to the interest rates that you see on the screen, but for financing in Belize, Latin America generally, this is really good. Typically, interest rates in Latin America range anywhere from 11 to 15%. And are capped at about 50% loan to value, but we're doing developer financing here, 70% financing available. They only need to put 30% down, and then the terms, it's a 30-year AM schedule with a 10-year balloon. So the first years 1 through 3 interest is 6.9%, jumps up to 7.9% years 4 through 10. Now, if somebody wants to pay off their loan, or there's no early prepayment penalty fees, they are able to apply directly what they'd like to pay down that principal. In addition to that, these units are Airbnb friendly. So if your clients would like to get into a rental program before they're ready to move down, or maybe they want to only come down a couple months out of the year and then rent it out the other months, they can put it in Airbnb, or they can put it in our rental management program as well. So the TLC will probably take about another month and a half, 2 months until it's ready to go. High season here starts in November, and we're aiming to have this done by November. So if you know somebody who you think would prefer to save that $10,000, $20,000, let us know. And I don't think we've done any campaigns on this yet, but get with Austin, Ali, and Fredman, and they'll be able to put together something really good for you if you'd like to get this information out, or perhaps you'd like to list one of these units on your MLS. In addition to that, we talked about the tiny homes, and this is what we're going to be advertising in this month's campaign. This is the first draft of them, and what we're doing with that campaign is a first right of refusal list. So basically that gives people access to the information as soon as our shareholders get the information as well. Shareholders in our parent company, ECI Development, always receive the information first. That's just one of the perks of being a shareholder. So we add your clients to the list when they fill out that first right of refusal form that is coming in the social media and the marketing campaign this month. But I do want to explain to you a little bit about what the tiny homes look like in Argentina. This is the first draft. I think it's a very good first draft of what we've gone through with the architects. There are still a few finishes that we're doing to it, making the bathrooms a little bit bigger, and little tweaks like that. But something you'll notice in all of the floor plans is that there is a washer dryer, and there also is a lockout closet. And lockout closet we find is very important, especially for folks who want to keep their condo or their tiny home in the rental program, but at least have their personal items when they come down to visit. Specifically where we're located in Argentina, in the Uco Valley, there's a high demand for rentals because we are surrounded by vineyards and wineries, and a lot of folks are spending significant time out there in that part of Mendoza region to get to experience that sort of lifestyle. So these tiny homes, these casitas really will be geared towards the rental market, but I have a feeling that there are going to be people who want to use this as their base, or at least keep it as a home where they do lock it and leave it, come visit as they want, and then lock it up the other times. A couple of features about these tiny homes, these casitas, that we've also added to make it have that Argentine feel are what they call parillas, or parillas, if you're not speaking Argentine Spanish, or in English, grills. So if you can follow the cursor right over here, there'll be one here, there'll be one out here. Barbecue and grilling is a huge part of the Argentine culture and food scene, so we wanted to make sure to incorporate that into the tiny homes. In addition to that, the outdoor space. So in these examples here, all of the homes, we've been able to locate them on the site in a way that all of the homes have direct views of the Andes and have direct views of the vineyards. So there will be no blocking of the views. But what we did in order to really make sure that this environment is captured, or this atmosphere is captured, is created ample outdoor space. So the first home that you see on the left-hand side, about 410 square feet with a loft, they all have a loft component to it, which if you see the dotted line over here indicates where the loft will be above the bed. But that outdoor space gives people what a lot of people are looking for. It gives them the views, it gives them additional space, and it says 410 there on the screen, but that does not include the additional space outdoors. So very nice size tiny home or casita there. Now on the right hand side, this is the second model. There's a little bit of tweaking of it. Right over here will be more outdoor space where people can get to that rooftop. But this also has a loft style here as well, where there is additional space. It can be used as storage or it can be used for another bed, but giving that sort of flexibility. But like I mentioned, all of them will have views of the Andes and also of the vineyards. And these homes are going to start under 130,000 plus furniture and taxes. So it'll come out probably to about 155,000 US at the end of the day, with 50% financing available, 50. And our next meeting with the architect is to finalize these floor plans, and that'll be coming up at the end of August. So that's why we have this first right of refusal program, where there's still a few things that we're tweaking, but we have enough information where we can give people the preliminary details. Now, if you haven't joined us for any of the Argentina webinars, I do encourage you to reach out to our affiliate team to get a copy of the recording. That'll give you a lot more information about the property, what it looks like, our different neighborhoods that we have, what's in the region, who some of our important neighbors are. But here are also some photos from the property. We have about 300 acres of developable land. There are already 700 acres of grapes that are growing, of vines that are growing. They're about 11 years old, 12 years old at this point, producing about 3.5 million bottles of wine per year. We have a lodge on site, which is what you see in these pictures here, the pool, and then a model home, 2-bed, 2-bath, which is what you see in this area right over here. And then the greenery is all our vineyard. So it's a really unique property. It's beautiful. If you have any clients who are looking for that Napa Valley experience, but maybe don't want to spend $2, $3, $4 million on a vineyard property, then this is a great alternative for them. Or if you just have clients who are simply looking at an investment project outside of their home country and want a cool place to visit every now and again, then keep Argentina in the back of your mind. So that is the latest of what's going on our properties here. I want to thank everybody for joining us for the August session. What we'll do now is go through any questions that perhaps may be on your mind. Just type there into the question section of the control panel where it is that you're calling in from, or we did that earlier, of the questions that may be on your mind, and what we'll do is get those answered for you. And I see Sophia. Sophia was down here with us in January, and she saw Hacienda, and she said the pool is looking good. Yes, it is. And we'll have more pictures over this upcoming week of the pool and it being finished. But at least wanted to give you all an idea of what was going on behind the scenes and the progress shots. I'm not seeing any questions come in, but Austin or Fredman, did you have anything that you wanted to add while folks type out their thoughts?
No, I mean, just really consider the trade mission. I love hosting the trade missions personally. I've been a part of 3 now, and they've all been a really amazing experience. The trade missions really are the best way to learn about the country, but also if you can bring a client with you, for them to really see the experience. I mean, once we get them down here and they're hanging out with me and Rachel and showing a good time, the island really kind of sells itself. It's such a beautiful location. So I would just really incentivize maybe taking advantage of that trade mission, coming along and getting the opportunity to learn from me, Rachel, and all the executives that we're involved with here on Ambergris Caye.
All righty, perfect. And I don't see any questions coming in. So what we will do, I'm going to answer this question here for Dave. Does ECI do financing for an individual's LLC? So Key Bank, the bank that we work with, CAYE, not KEY, they do financing for LLCs. I know a lot of people like to use a structure of some sort when they're purchasing real estate, so they do loan to that structure. So yes, you are able to do that, Dave, and that is definitely a viable option, and your clients are able to do that as well. But folks put in their personal name, put it in an LLC trust. It just depends on what makes the most sense for their structure. Perfect. It looks like Sophia is going to be bringing some folks down to the next trade mission, and we're looking forward to that. Alrighty, so what we will do is you guys will all get an email if you haven't already with that tiny home information. If you have any questions about it, or if there's anything that you perhaps want us to customize a little bit more for your demographic, just let us know, shoot us an email, give us a call, whatever works best and is the most convenient for you. And in the meantime, you will also be getting an introduction to Allie. Allie is going to be your primary point of contact as Austin transitions into sales. And just let us know if you have any questions, and we'll go from there. Have a really great and productive afternoon, everybody. Oh, I do have one more comment. I always have one more comment, but here's one that you probably want to jot down in your agenda. I know that we had a time change for the webinar today, and I apologize about any confusion on your end and your calendar. But what I do want to note is that we are scheduling these webinars, trying to keep it as consistent as possible, the first Tuesday of every month at 2 p.m. Eastern. So even if GoToWebinar says something a little bit different, just jot it down that it's going to be the first Tuesday of every month at 2 p.m. Eastern. So that brings us our next one to September 3rd at 2 p.m. Eastern or 11 o'clock Pacific. I know we have folks from all over the region, but 2 p.m. on the first Tuesday of every month. And again, I apologize about that confusion earlier and appreciate everybody being flexible. And we look forward to hearing from you. And now I'll finally let you go. Have a really good and productive Tuesday, and we look forward to hearing from you. Bye-bye.